Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to perform hierarchical logistic regression on SPSS. In this time, we ask the computer to enter background variables, gender and parents' education first, and then on second step or block we enter mosaic and visualization test. Let's see how we perform this. We'll click to analyze, regression and binary logistic. In binary logistic, what we are going to do, we are going to take this algebra 2 independent box, and what else, we have to enter this gender and parents education in a covariant box. Make sure the method you select is enter. Right now click on next. Again, what we select other two variables, that is mosaic and visualization test. Click OK. Now this is our case processing summary. We have the total number of the respondents, that is 75. This is the algebra, the students who take algebra. It's been named, it's been coded as 0, and the students who have taken algebra, it's been coded as 1. Then in the beginning block, this is the interpretation. Now what does it shows? It shows that if we predicted that no one would take algebra 2, we would be correct 53% of the time, which is actually not significant. Looking at the world's value, the value is non-significant. What does it shows? It shows that both gender and parents' education are significant predictors when entered separately. Variables in the equation, it is showing both the variables, they are significant. Block 1, again, what it is giving you, it is giving us the omnibus test model of coefficients. All, it is significant, giving us the clue that our model is significant. And what is actually it is telling that the combination of gender and parents' education significantly predicts who will take algebra 2. Model summary. Now model summary, what we have to look for the R square values, Nagle-Kirk square and the Cox and Snell R values. These are the estimates of how much knowing students' gender and parents' education helps you predict whether or not the students will take algebra 2. Coming towards the next table, that is the classification table. In this classification table, it is showing the correct percentage of 71%. And what does actually this tells? This tells that we can predict that who won't take algebra to 80% better than we predict who will, right? So what it is actually predicting, it is actually predicting by having the significant values. So just look at here, parents' education, it is significant, whereas gender is not significant. So what is actually we concluded that both gender and parents' education are entered. Gender is no longer significant. When we add these two variables independently, they both are significant, but when we add gender and parents' education both in a combined form, then gender is not significant. Now in block 2 method, what it is showing that mosaic and visual 2, they just increases the significance. It means they both are significant over here. And what does this R square value shows? This R square values, this corrected percentage, they are higher than they were only with gender and parents' education. Coming towards the classification table, and in classification table, it has been shown that the corrected percentage is 77.3. So what it actually is concluding, it is concluding that neither gender nor mosaic is significant when all of these variables are entered together. So what is our interpretation? Finally, in our interpretation, our block 1 model shows that with only gender and parents education entered, overall we can predict 71% of the cases. And the gender is not significant when its and parents education are both in the equation. When we add both gender and the parents equation, then gender it's not significant. Coming towards the block 2 model, block 2 model shows what? That again, that the last table, block 2 model, actually the most important table of here for this interpretation is this, the variables in the equation, and it tells us that when all the 3 variables, though mosaic and visualization test, it is significant, but when the 4 variables they are added combinedly, then visualization it's not significant. Then mosaic is not significant, as gender is not significant. Thank you.